Good morning, everybody. Good morning, friends. Happy Monday. Hi, guys. We're gonna do some makeup. I am Kristen Van Noss. I am a ambassador with Younique Cosmetics. I represent the mature skin woman. So if you have seen me on Instagram before, give me some hearts. If this is your first time on Instagram seeing me, give me a thumbs up. I'm gonna do some makeup and I'm gonna invite some of my friends. So I'm on both platforms today, Facebook and Instagram. So we're going to do some mature skin makeup, get ourselves ready, do these brows, get rid of the darkness on underneath my eyes. What I've already done and what I always do is I always put my primer on first. This is the mattifying primer. If you have bigger pores, more fine lines and wrinkles, then the mattifying primer is the way to go. If you have dry skin, then the hydrating primer, but you could get away with both. I like the mattifying primer because it kind of does the job. So the complexion event is still going on. That means all products that involve the complexion, blush, foundation, bronzers, contours, brushes. The only thing that is not in the complexion event are the eyes, but you can still get it. And I'm gonna show you how we can use a blush to create an eye look, a very simple Monday eye look that who wants to do a ton of makeup on a Monday? After the weekend, we might've been putting on a little bit more because we went out or whatever the case may be. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna put my lip thingy on. Everything that I use is Younique except for this little pen for my lips. If you want to know what this little pen is, just say pen and I will let you know. Also, aside from the complexion event, you could grab the new Quadra 4 mascara. This is your primer, your growth serum, tubing mascara, and mascara all in one. So it removes this process and you have everything in the tubing mascara. So I'm gonna be using that. So primer is on, I let that sit. Let's do the brows because I've been doing my brows first. I like to brush them and get them started, and then we will do the rest of the face. So I'm gonna use a real pretty blush called Supple. It's just this real warm, beautiful blush. And I'm all for one putting, oh, I've got this terrible breakout. I just came back from the doctor finding out my blood work. It's so fun being in menopause. But I do have a great doctor and he takes really good care of me. I've just been feeling kind of out of whack. And I am very lucky that I have a good friend. She's a holistic chiropractor and she is just so knowledgeable. She gave me a nice little adjustment yesterday at her house. So I'm just taking the powder, and to make this easy, ladies, just trace the top and the bottom. I'm not losing too much of my brows as of yet, but I do use the Esteem Lash Serum. This is, although the Quadra mascara does the all of it, but it's nice to have the Esteem Lash Serum at your bedside table at night because you could put it on your lashes. You know your lashes are growing in the evening. You can also put this on sparse brows. It just has a regular mascara wand. And this has a cult following. I use mine in the morning. If you're gonna use it, you just wanna wait, make sure that it dries before you apply your mascara. So when you get up, add it, make your coffee, do your thing. And then you can do it right before you go to bed. So that's why I always say, keep it near your bedside table, because otherwise you'll forget that it's there. And I forget a lot of times. All right, just gonna add a little bit of I'm just gonna diffuse the color of my lid a little bit. Just kind of taking away the darkness. So when I do put my eyeshadow on, which is gonna be an easy look, okay. So brows are done. I always feel lighter, younger when I do my brows. It just puts everything back into place, and it gives you an instant eye lift, more or less. Hi Cindy, how are you? Thanks for popping in here on Facebook, and I'm on Instagram. All right, so let me make sure I have everything that I need. Okay, so when it comes to doing eyeshadows, there's a very simple way of doing it. If you haven't done eyeshadow or you're not that great at eyeshadow, you need a transition. This is the transition. It's typically light and matte and very neutral. Then you could go in with a really sweet of a color of your choice of a crease, and then a lid color. So we're gonna keep it really, really simple. I'm going to use this color Supple Blush. This is the most beautiful color of a blush. I absolutely love it. It's just warm, and this is a great color to go into the fall. We're gonna use it for cheeks and for eyes, because I am about multi-purpose. I don't like to dilly-dally. Who wants to dilly-dally doing their makeup? I need a clean, fluffy crease brush. If you need brushes, you can still get the brushes. It's just that the brushes that are in the event are related to the face, the complexion. But if you need eye brushes, all the brushes that I'm using are uniques. I'm gonna take this all the way up to the brow because it's nice and neutral. And if you find value in this, if you're on Facebook right now and you have some girlfriends that might enjoy watching, just click the SHARE button down below. It gets my name out there, gets me a little bit more exposure. Okay, and that is the color Dauntless. The pressed eyeshadow, very, very nice, easy peasy to apply. Just get it all over the lid. It doesn't have to have any rhyme or reason. Just doesn't have to be precise. Now what I want to do is go in with my crease brush, if I can find it. Crease brush, where are you? Here it is. This is the crease brush. And I'm going to, actually, no, I need my fluffy crease brush. Then I'll use my crease brush. Getting ahead of myself. All right, going back in with my crease brush. I'm gonna tap this brush, super gentle. Do any of you guys, any of you ladies, do you use a blush for eyeshadow? If you don't, I highly recommend trying it. So simple. So I'm keeping my eye open and I'm going right in the crease. I'm not going all the way up to the brow because I want to leave that little bit of space there because I put the transition. I can save that space for a highlighter or I could just leave it alone. So when your eye is open, you know that you're getting right in that spot. And then I just gently kind of flick it out. There's no reason why you can't use a blush for eyeshadow. Perfect. Okay, there we go. Now what I want to do is I'm going to grab another, I should have taken that out, another pressed eyeshadow, and that's going to be my lid color. And I'm going with real pretty, feminine, soft shades today. Nothing over the top. This is the color Abounding. It is a frosty rose color. Look how pretty that color is. I love that color. So gorgeous. What I want to do is, just to get a little bit more intensity, this is NYX Glitter Glue. It's not, it doesn't glitter. It is glue that you put on your lid and it grabs whatever color you want to put on your lid to get more intense. Super fun, really easy to apply. So I'm just applying this to my lid. And now I'm going to use the Deluxe brush. This is the Deluxe brush, and I'm going to press my brush into this color and just place it on my lid. You could feel that the NYX Glitter Glue grabs it right away. I'm just pressing it on my lid. So it's okay to wear a little bit of a shimmer on your eyelid during the day. I don't know why we can't. I mean, it's your makeup. You could do whatever you want to do. So Dauntless was the very first color that I put on my lid, all over my eye. That was my transition. Then I used Supple Blush for my crease. And now I'm using Abounding pressed eyeshadow. Transition, eyelid, and Supple Blush. So now what I want to do is I'm going to go back into Supple Blush, and I'm going to run this underneath my lower lash line. Just to make it a little bit more cohesive. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask away. I'm gonna use an eyeliner, if I can talk. I'm gonna tight line. So I'm going right underneath my upper lash. This is gonna make the upper lash line look a little bit more thicker. And I think I'm gonna bring some down here. I stopped doing liner on my bottom waterline, and now I'm getting back into it. I don't know why. All right, back in with the blush. Smoke this out a little bit more. Okay, Now, what I want to do is I'm going to spray that crease brush and I'm going to tap it in the same color. But now that I wet this is going to make the outer corner just a little bit more intense. So I'm going to create a little bit of a lift. So you don't need different colors. You just need a different little strategy. And this is a good way to do that. So I wet the brush. Now this makes that supple color just a little bit darker. Good morning, Shirley. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with my liner. You know what I need to do? I need to sharpen this. So I can do a little flick on the outer corner. How was your weekend, Shirley? Okay, there we go. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take that liner and just flick the outer corner. And what that's gonna do, it's just gonna give a gentle little lift. I feel like I wanna smoke that out just a little bit more. All right, so I used Supple Blush for my eyeshadow, my transition, my crease, outer corner. Then for my lid, Abounding, this real pretty soft rose. And then my transition was Dauntless. And I really love Supple Blush. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave that now, and what I want to do is get rid of the darkness underneath my eyes. I'm gonna use my color corrector. This is LA Girl color corrector, and I'm gonna place it right where I am mostly dark. And you know how much I use this. It lasts forever. It's just gonna create some light and evenness. Then when I put my concealer on, now that is not a unique product, but I need it because I get those dark circles, something fierce. Press, press. There we go. Now that has just kind of evened out the darkness. Let's use some concealer. Preferably a concealer that has caffeine, also an eye cream that has caffeine, and both of our concealer and our eye cream does have that. So I'm mixing two shades together. I'm gonna do Scarlet and just a little bit of Organza. The Organza has a little bit of a pinkish undertone, which is gonna help get rid of the dark. I'm just adding a little bit like that. And I'm just gonna press using the powder concealer brush. And this is going to get rid of that. And I just bring it down. I don't bring it directly underneath the eye. Because this is where I'm mainly dark, right in the corners of my eyes. I am gonna do a little bit of a lift. So I'm just gonna bring that up on the outer corner. What that does, that lifts the eye. Sorry, my mirror light went out. And I used very little. And that caffeine really helps depuff, and it helps with circulation. All right, there we go. So it's nice and light and bright. And I'm just gonna use the rest to kind of take the redness away. All right, so time for Serum Plus Foundation. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix the Serum Foundation with the BB cream. This has an SPF of 25 and it has sodium hyaluronic. It's very hydrating. The Serum Plus Foundation has sodium hyaluronic. It also is a 12-hour hold, and it has a beautiful blurring effect. But I want and you want to shake it up. I want to mix a little bit of that with the BB cream. So I have some SPF, which is important for me. All right. I'm using a different brush. This one is, this is an e.l.f. I'm just trying it to see the difference between our Kabuki brush, because nothing compares to our Kabuki brush. And I'm just stippling this on. Now, this might be a little too much and a little too light, but that's okay. I will warm everything up. So I'm just bouncing this off. I like this brush, but not as much as our Kabuki brush. This is e.l.f.'s brush. This is our Kabuki brush. So I'm going in with this. Yeah. The bristles are a lot smoother, softer. And all I'm doing is just bouncing it. Look how smooth that looks now. You could mix a little bit of this and a little bit of that together. It's okay. For that SPF, that you could wear this alone, or you could mix it. Today I decided I would mix it because I really want that SPF, and I've been trying to be very mindful of our SPF. Okay, there we go. Really smooth. It's just it evened out the dullness, which I definitely had some dullness going on. Let me go back in with my Lippy. Although this is not a unique product. It's this cute little pen. If you are interested, just say pen. All right. We're gonna do a little contour. I wanna just bring a little bit of structure to my cheekbone. And I'm going to use one of our stick foundations. Actually, no, I'm gonna use our Bare You All-in-One Stick. These are awesome. They are multi-purpose, and I just got done saying I am all about being a multi-purpose girl. So you could use these for lips, cheeks, and eyes, and I am going to use the color Cinnamon Latte, if I can find it. Here it is. This is Cinnamon Latte. I'm gonna go just a little bit above the hollow of my cheek, a little bit on my forehead, and then I'll do my nose in just a minute. That takes a smaller brush. So let's go in with a damp sponge. Anything creamy is great for mature skin. And these all-in-one beauty sticks are just incredible. They blend out amazing. It takes the guesswork out. If you just want to take a couple of these, put them in your makeup bag, have them for your lips, your cheeks, and your eyes, you are good to go. There you go. So now I've added some structure to my cheeks. I don't look so flat. And using a damp sponge really, really helps. Okay, now let's go in with the Supple blush that I used on my eyes. We're going to add it to the cheeks. This happens to be one of my very most favorite blush colors. It's just really warm, it's really pretty. This has slight flecks of gold in it. Isn't that pretty? Such a pretty color, and it goes really nicely with Cinnamon Latte, Bare You all-in-one stick. All right, let's add a little bit of contour. So I want a smaller brush to contour my nose. So I'm gonna take a crease brush and I'm just going to contour just the tip. Now I need my sponge. And what this is gonna do, it's just gonna help narrow your nose. And then take what's left over from your concealer, and then I just go down the bridge of my nose, and then that just makes that look a little bit more narrow. Okay, we can add a little bit of highlight. That'll make that stand out. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of highlight to my cheeks because I can never get enough highlight. Okay. I think it's coming out nicely today. All right, so we're done with that. I think the eyes are dark enough for a Monday. Does not have to be, like I said, crazy over the top. All right, midway through my makeup routine, I like to spray my damp sponge and set my makeup. So I did a makeup tutorial, I think it was Saturday, and I talked solely about setting products, setting spray and translucent setting powder. You most certainly need a setting spray because that is going to, it's hairspray for your face. It's gonna lock your makeup in. It's gonna protect it from the outside elements. Translucent setting powder keeps your makeup from breaking down. So right now I'm going to use translucent setting powder to set underneath my eyes. It blurs fine lines and wrinkles, and it pulls the oils out of the skin. If you have mature skin, you most certainly can use it. You just don't want to pack it on, and you want to break it down and just gently place it where you put your concealer for sure. And then all I do is take a soft brush and sweep it away. So that mattified it. And then where I tend to break down is right around the Marriott lines. And that helps, we'll just bring that all over. Like I said, breaking down your makeup, and it just mattifies everything and softens it up. So if you went a little heavy-handed with your makeup, don't worry, wait and then apply your translucent setting powder, and then you can add a little bit more color. What did I do with my brush? All right, here we go. There we go. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back in. You can apply blush back on top of your powder. It's not gonna settle. And I just love that color. You can apply it over the luminizer as well. And what that will do, that will just create a nice lit from within look. There we go. I'm gonna just soften everything up. I like everything to be soft. Okay, moving along. Now let's add some lips. I'm going to use the color Warm Hearted. This is our Opulence lipstick. It's a creamy lip. I'm gonna take off what I had, and now my lips are super soft. I'm gonna line it. So lining your lips helps if you have little cracks, if you want to create a bigger, fuller looking lip. And what I like to do is I overdraw it here and here, but I keep it narrow on the outside. Okay. And we're going to use Warm Hearted. I haven't used this color in forever. It's a really nice neutral lip. This is not a matte, it's super creamy. If you want to add a little bit of gloss on top, you can, or you can leave it just like this. And I'm gonna leave it just like that. Okay. All right, I think that looks pretty good. Nice and easy. Not too much, just enough. Okay, on to lashes. So I said I was gonna use the Quadra4 mascara. What I like to do is brush out lashes. And then I will grab my lash curler. And I'm doing good on time. So if you have seen me here on Instagram, give me some hearts, or if this is your first time, give me a thumbs up. So the Quadra4 mascara is a 4-in-1. Tubing mascara, primer, first and foremost, growth serum. Okay. All right. So what I'm gonna do for today is I'm just gonna do the tops. This has two sides, a short side, which is silicone, and a longer wand. And it is a little bit more wet, so it does take a little bit of getting used to at first, but once you do it a couple times, you'll really enjoy using it. So it's definitely gonna give you a lot of length to your lashes. And just wiggle, wiggle, and then bring it up. You could definitely see the difference. Okay. So the reason why I'm only doing the top is because I just want to draw the attention upward versus bringing it down. If you line, well, both. When you line and do the lower lashes, tends to draw the attention down. Today I'm just doing it a little bit different than how I normally do it. Replace your mascara every 3 months is sufficient, because what happens is you start to develop it'll start to smell and little microscopic bugs. Your mascara will take on a kind of an ammonia smell. And I'm just letting the wand grab it and pull it up. Sorry, Georgie. Okay. So I'm gonna go back in with the Abounding, that real pretty, rose-colored eyeshadow. I did get a little bit of the mascara on my lid, which drives me nuts, but take a spoolie and just flick it off. And then I will go back in with my brush, my deluxe brush, which is a flat brush, and just put that on there. Okay. All right, last but not least, setting spray to finish off the look. I think it looks nice and soft, not heavy. And then what I will do is use my fan. I love this little thing. Okay, and that's it. So this was super easy, a really easy eye look. I will have this posted on my page below on Instagram, and it's always going to be posted here on Facebook. So if you have any questions, DM me. I am always here to answer any questions. Thank you for popping in and watching. I really appreciate it. And I will be back again on Tuesday. So have a great day. Thanks for popping in.